It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got the Vikings' speedy running back. He comes in fourth in the NFL in rushing touchdowns this year. It's the Vikings and the Colts, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their seventh-year quarterback.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he's going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Roethlisberger. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress, not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starter.
Touchdown, Vikings! Traquan Smith with touchdown number 8 on the year.
I got to probably roster.
The Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Okay, Bijan.
The Colts offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. A rifle throw that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start by running the option to the right. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
You look at this Colt defense.
Now, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a 9th and sometimes even a 10th to try and stop them from running the ball. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. This time, Jackson will throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
In motion, Hill. From the gun, Jackson. On target over the middle to Hill.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the short run against them.
What's happening?
Robinson will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Second and goal from the 1. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Tucker able to
We're in
connect
the back-to-back.
and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And fighting down inside the 25. Able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Colts coming out now.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, yes. Yes. He should have just got down. He should have just played for the field goal instead of trying to. He was already in field goal position when he threw that pick. I was watching. I watched it when I got home. Oh, come on, bro. But yes, you did almost get that to it.
First down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this.
So what was crazy was, bro. So I had already I was about to turn it off. I was about to turn the stream off because I assumed you had already, I had that bitch in the bag. Did that thing I know, boy. You out there going for it on 4th. I said, why he ain't kicking the field goal? Why this nigga not kicking the field goal?
Red man coverage and decided to test him early, but it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now it's Roethlisberger.
I said, that nigga trip.
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass.
Yeah, clearly. They didn't have your business. Earhart on that one. That nigga said, we choose chaos.
Already up 2 touchdowns. How about that drive killer of a sack there to add to their good play? This offense coming away with no points now, and some kind of score was desperately needed.
Now Sanders. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
That's funny.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. To throw is Jackson. Caught on the right.
Boy, who is this? He got through them blocking. Oh, it's a Darius Smith.
It'll be a loss loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's
Getting out to his side.
There he is again, another catch for Julio Jones. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They run on first down with Jackson. And he'll rumble for about 5, close to the 40.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
I don't know what he did.
Here's a keeper by the QB.
A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big pickup of 38.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Eddie Goldman in on that play defensively, and he finishes it off behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Throwing is Jackson.
That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers.
Oh, get in there.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Jackson will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33.
Foye Aluakon finding his way to the ball for a stop. A tackle for loss.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now Roethlisberger. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack.
Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jackson now. That one complete to Hill. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Jackson. Oh,
Fuck, I had a touchdown.
Incomplete.
Damn, y'all.
At least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though.
Damn, we had a touchdown.
To connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
2nd and 10. Jackson will throw again.
Fuck, I had another touchdown. Y'all block. Y'all block.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because
this safety out here in peril.
In the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
They go play action now. Jackson looking downfield for Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That might be
damn, bro, y'all hold me on that one.
A lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already.
I got that.
Nothing. Oh, everything falling apart.
What was you thinking?
Another one intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson.
And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Bijan Robinson
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Vikings are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Tucker with the extra point, and it is 28-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And he gets this one just shy of the 40,
so
down
slow.
at the 39. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Von Miller, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He's got Smith here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
That line is wreaking havoc.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Yeah, Sanders now to return. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they
Bump that nigga like a motherfucker
in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Now Jackson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And he's had a lot of success throwing the ball here early. You see by the numbers, he's already up over 200 yards passing.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now Jackson.
Again, it's Johnson.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
They run the draw here with Robinson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where you see the final score there.
5 interceptions.
Sean Haskins, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they have the lead in that.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Vikings to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. They'll start here with Jackson. Andre Cisco there on the stop.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Play action. It's Jackson. Man open, here is Jones. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field? And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
On the draw, it's Jackson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Now it's Jackson.
Come on, Lamar.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, it would look like a march to the end zone. He's hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now it's Jackson.
How is that for high percentage? Charles Davis.
Second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Vikings just continue to roll. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger, and Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this return going to come to a quick.
I wouldn't get no fumble.
Belted at the end of that.
We out here wearing niggas out.
Oh. Quarterback set to take the field once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. In motion right, Debo. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. That is caught, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that. And they get to it with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Von Miller picks up his second sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, try to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Credit Zadarius Smith, able to get through and make that tackle for a loss. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They run with Jackson out of the gun. Levante David in on the tackle.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock.
Come on.
It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Here's Jackson to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the
Ooh, I overran it.
Towards the middle and
Oh,
caught
shit,
by
that was
Musgrave.
going to be two.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
Ball start.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. 13 yards remaining on second down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Will go down as a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard
Well,
line.
whoever started the Viking fantasy,
Got the huge lead.
boy, them niggas, the Viking defense in fantasy, boy, them niggas,
Everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
super
They have
good.
to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Vikings head out to take over once again. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. They'll pitch it to Robinson.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot.
So the first play in the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Julio. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Roethlisberger.
Oh, come on. Somebody pop this nigga.
And he's going to get this one across the 30.
Yeah, Roethlisberger ain't that fast.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Slant route connects with Deebo Samuel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Roethlisberger. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Von Miller, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5.
Why you do that? Oh, come on. You got no way, Pat.
He's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. Now Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Out onto the field comes Traquan Smith and the rest of the offense. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. They'll run again with Jackson. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy
to get around all y'all.
This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Now a 2nd and 2. On the give, here comes Jackson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now a give. It's Jackson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
2nd straight shutout.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep. So for Minnesota, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
It's week 10 of the NFL, and our focus is on Traquan Smith. He comes in fourth in the NFL in receiving yardage.
That's Calvin Johnson.
To kick off, here's Ryan Stonehouse. And we're underway from Everbank Stadium. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And they're brought out by the reigning MVP, the second of his career, the best runner in the game. It's Lamar Jackson.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Quieting this home crowd early as they line up for first and goal. From the red zone now. Has it in close. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Xavier Gibson now to return. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. So here comes the Jaguar offense now. Their turn to set out on an opening drive. And they'll be let out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
The biggest mistake he could make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if it's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they've planned for all week long. Play your game.
And the Vikings rush brings him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That is not a good omen at all. You spend so much time, Kate, on the first 15 plays, and that first play, you've rehearsed it in your head over and over as a quarterback, as an offensive line. You never, ever want to go backwards, have such a negative play, but now you got to flush it and quickly move on.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up third down. He'll look to throw. He finds Laporta. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
The Vikings, and they're wide out, headed to the field for a new series. And he's been having such a great season in this offense. You can see, actually top 5 in the league in receiving touchdowns so far. They're out and set, first and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Putting a receiver in motion. Lamar now from the gun. Got his target. It's Hill.
What's his stop for?
They can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll run here on first down. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They're running the option, short side, and he's brought down for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another kid at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Has the connection to Jones. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
So many times, Kate, when I see these receiver screens, I think punt return. It's like a punt return. On punt return, it's all about those blocks. The returner's got to catch it, and he's got to feel those blockers in front of him. It's no different on a big play like this with the wide receiver screen.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line. 6 yards from there. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Carter can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Jackson has it, 3rd and goal.
Come on, bro.
No touchdown.
You ran that route horribly. Come on, bro. You ran that route bad.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone.
Come on, bro.
Instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Motioning the tight end now. They run it with Saquon Barkley. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
First time this game they've looked to him. And that brings up 4th and long. The Jaguars into punt formation. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one.
God damn.
That's taken at the
15.
Text
that nigga.
They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They'll take over here following that punt to end the first. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress out the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Back to the well again. And he drives it up past the 45. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
Jackson now on 3rd.
Come on.
It's going to be incomplete. They tried to air it out, but just couldn't hook up. So 4th down, and out heads the steady leg of Thomas Morstead to punt. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away.
Oh, a touchdown. Yeah, it's us. Yeah.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. 13. Jackson throwing here. The throw is caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Carter can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
With the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. They'll hand it to him again. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Jackson getting his guys in the hurry up. Third running option to the right. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. 4th down, here's Jackson. He's got it! Touchdown, Minnesota! So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings double their lead to 14. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Jaguars and receiver Amari Cooper making their way back out. And he's been one of the central pillars of this offense this season. Right now sitting second in the NFL in receptions.
Here we go.
Back to throw on 1st and 10.
There we go.
Oh, it's a tip drill, intercepted.
Oh.
And the Vikings will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. Lamar off the play fake. Has it in close. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. He can pack it in at this point, Brock. It is already a great game for him. Imagine what he could finish up with if he stays anywhere close to this pace.
Well, this pace right here puts him in the record books. I mean, it is absurd what he's doing, and I love offensively, you keep calling it till they stop it. But goodness gracious, defense, you may want to double cover this guy.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff.
I don't know what to do. I got the sliders on the 100. So.
Gibson now to return. Oh, he eats a hit to bring an end to that return right near the 25. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden ratings hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Everbank. And it's the Jaguars with a 2nd and 7.
Ready up. 60 Bobcat.
From the 27. Pass brought in by Amari Cooper. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Throwing now on 1st down. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. That's Patrick Peterson. And the Vikings get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
1st down, here's Lamar. Completes, it's Bijan Robinson. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. All down that time by Jonathan Jones. From midfield on 2nd down. And he'll be touched down after a big play.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense. Play action. Here's Jackson. Launches one deep downfield. And they score. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings get more points to end a lopsided 1st half. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Vikings continue piling on to this lead.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Here's Agnew on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And they had that one contained right at the line. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle. So at the end of 2, the Vikings playing Road Warriors here. They've got the lead. Now we'll send you down I-90. We'll catch up with the rest of the league later. Let's go right through halftime and on to the start of the 3rd quarter.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Gibson now to return. This return makes it up to the 25. The Jaguars are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Throwing from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose. I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Jacksonville in punt formation. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. That's grabbed at the 10. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. This one's taken in by Hill. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Lamar back to throw. Got a man. Robinson has it. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll run the draw with Robinson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
Oh, they didn't see what that draw had coming until it's too late, Kate. And when they saw the opening he's about to hit, well, can't really repeat what they were saying down there, but I can promise you none of it was any good.
And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Another carry for him. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
God damn.
Short, he's taking the option right. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Jackson's going to go on fourth.
Come on.
And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Out now runs the Jaguars offense. Well, we all know at this point, turnovers the big problem for them in this game, Brock. And not surprisingly, the defense has capitalized on those mistakes on more than one occasion to their benefit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be tough to win football games in spite of, right? But over the test of time, turnovers are the #1 thing that cost you games, especially after that first one. Once there's blood in the water, you feel it with the defense. They get all over you, trying to force another turnover and another and another.
Nah, nigga.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Well, he saw his guys pick up in the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at them. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get it complete.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down. They're out now, ready to punt it. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. And another mistake for them here. This punt had way too much on it. It's into the end zone for... Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Hey, Alpha, what? Hey, middle.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, you can scratch that one from the playbook, and you're not going to call it again if you can't impact the D-tackle. You just saw him sitting right there. He was ready for a feast, and he buried that draw before it could get started.
Yo.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. And that's away from the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. And they're going for this. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached... So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go, set.
Looking to the air here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up 2nd down.
Here we go.
They send the tight end in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Laporta with the grab.
Bitch.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
Let's go.
Setting up a throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And 4th and 4 coming up. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on 4th down and pick up the first.
You know, these are the type of plays that
really
that was
get
an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
This time they're
going to give me like that again.
And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Another try following the sack.
Fuck, come on, bro.
That one's out to the sideline. He's got it inbounds. Nice toe drag there, but we do have a flag on the play. Okay, Brock, I think the official double and then triple check this with their coach. But yes, they are indeed choosing to decline the penalty and letting that touchdown stand.
Kate, if there is ever a moment that defies all explanation on the football field, that may be it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21.
Come on, bro. That's so trash. Come on, bro. How he dropped that bitch twice?
Play for them, if nothing else. Game seems pretty far out of reach at this point, but still had to try the onside kick in that spot.
You know what that was? It was 2 things, Kate. A, it's a good chance to practice your onside kick in a pretty low-pressure environment. But B, and so much more importantly, is down the road in a game where you're going to really need it. That gives you the confidence.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Pat Surtain has it. And the Vikings have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
The Vikings taking the field on offense. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. First and 10 from the 41. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Hey, middle.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
Change it.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Jones reels it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Hey, Ozzy. Sit up.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about real power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run. And a great try at that 1st down.
They give it to him again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They motion the slot man right. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings grow their lead yet again.
Jaguars 7. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Gibson now to return. And he's going to be touched down as that return comes to an end. The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. And all game they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He'll step up, and there he goes. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Jaguars hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Set. Hut, go.
He's dropping back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
They'll throw on 2nd and 10. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that's a Jaguar 1st down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Finding Flowers. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he scores. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars making the scoreboard look a touch better. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Cardi with the extra points. And the Jaguars cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21. With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And this is covered by the Vikings hands team. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
And he's brought down for a loss.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you could come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's only going to get down to the 47 on a short gain. They'll get that yard back, but no more. It's 3rd and 10.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Jackson now on 3rd. Pitts brings it in. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. This is the type of performance a former quarterback just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing them.
So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. And even on the road, this was a game they expected to win fairly convincingly. And I think we can say they've done just that, Brock, to the chagrin of the hometown fans who are hoping to see that upset. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Vikings emerge as winners as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.